Before we start today, let's review some letters. This letter is L. This letter is H. This letter is I. This letter is J. This letter is K. And this letter is our secret letter of the day. Do you know what it is? It's G. Our secret letter of the day is G. This is uppercase G and lowercase g. Now today, when you come to pods, you have to tell me the secret letter for the day. And remember, friends, our secret letter is G, like Miss G. Now, yesterday we learned that anything you say can be spelled with letters from the alphabet. And we made a list of nouns for our favorite people. Today, let's spell some nouns for classroom objects. Remember, a noun is a person, animal, place, or thing. Today, we will write some nouns, or naming words, for things we see in the classroom. Then, your job will be to find your notebook and write your name on it. It's okay if you don't know how to write all the letters. Just write the letters that you know. All right, friends, I'm going to write a list of objects we use in the classroom. So, I'm going to write nouns for classroom objects. Well, I know one thing that we always use. Our notebook. So I'm going to go ahead and write notebook. When I write notebook, I write N-O-T-E-B-O-O-K. Notebook. And I also know that we've been using this a whole lot lately. Our workbook. So to write workbook, I write W-O-R-K-B-O-O-K. And we've been reading our little books. So our decodable books, I can write books. B-O-O-K-S. Hey, wait a minute. When I write the word book in notebook, workbook, and books, that word book uses the same letters because it's the same word. That sure is fun. All right, friends, let's think about what else we use. Well, to write in my workbook and my notebook, I need a pencil. To write pencil, P-E-N-C-I-L. And I need my crayons. So I write C-R-A-Y-O-N-S. That's a pretty good list of our classroom objects or materials. You know, the things we use for class. We have notebook, workbook, books, pencil, crayons. Oh, and right now Miss G is using a marker. To write marker, I write M-A-R-K-E-R. And I know every now and then, sometimes Miss G might want you to use your blocks. So when I write blocks, I need B-L-O-C-K-S. Remember, friends, anything that you can say, you can spell using letters in the alphabet. Now, let's look at the labels on some of these objects. I want you to notice how sometimes the font, or the letters, might look different. Sometimes it's bigger or smaller. Sometimes it's thinner or thicker. And it can even be different colors. But the letter is still the same shape because it's the same letter. All right, friends. Let's look at some labels. I have a label for a crayon. So I'm going to hold up the crayon. And I want you to tell me what you notice about the font. You might say, it's all uppercase. It looks a lot thicker because when Miss G wrote crayons, she used all lowercase and she used a thinner line. The line here is thick. Let's look at something else. Let's look at my marker. Now, it doesn't say marker, it says dry erase because that's the type of marker it is. Now, it says Expo, dry erase. You might notice that they use two different fonts, and at the top, they use all uppercase letters, and for dry erase, they use all lowercase letters. The font for Expo is thick, but for dry erase, it's thin. What other labels can we look at? Well, in your home, you might also notice that your workbook says skills practice, and we can look at the font on that too. All these letters are thick, and when I open it up, if I turn to another page, like the letters we've been practicing, those ones are thin. Let's look at our notebook. Now, this notebook is special because it's called a primary journal. That means it's a journal or a notebook for kids just like you, and it has space for drawing and for writing. And look, there are even some letters to help you remember your alphabet. You might notice that they have uppercase and lowercase. And when they write their letters, they use a thin line. But when I look at the front cover, the letters for the primary journal are thick. And you'll also notice that they use an uppercase for the first letter and then lowercase letters. And then the same for journal, uppercase and then lowercase. But down here, it's all lowercase. It's fun to look at different letters and how they write them. You might also notice, hey, this letter right here is a letter M, and so is this letter up here, but they look a little different. That doesn't mean it's not the letter M. That's still the letter M. It's about the same shape. And another thing, if I move my finger down, 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 that letter, that's a different way to write the letter A. So my friends, you might find that in our world, there's a lot of different letters, and sometimes they're thicker or thinner, bigger or smaller, different colors, but it's the same letter. It just looks a little different. I had a lot of fun spelling the names of our classroom materials with you. I hope you have your notebook and that you write your name. I'll see you later.